Kim Kardashian gets shaded for copying another perfume.
Taylor Swift reveals major details about her Reputation tour.
And Halsey makes a shocking health decision.
All that and more on today's rundown.
This episode is brought to you by Secret Active. New Secret Active provides protection in the moments when it matters most.
Well, in news that I was never expecting on this Friday, Camila Cabello just dropped a remix of Never Be the Same, and y'all, it's a country song.
Yeah, but first, you guys, Cardi B is getting sued for $10 million by her former manager. So Cardi's former manager, known as Shaft, is claiming that he discovered her when she was an Instagram wannabe and turned her into the rap star she is today. So he's now naturally suing her for a chill $10 million, claiming that he's been sidelined and left out of her major success. Shaft claims that Cardi pursued him as a manager back in 2015, and he took her on as if she were his own daughter by showing her the ropes of the music industry and got her involved in VH1's Love and Hip Hop. He also claims that it was his own personal team of writers and producers that were responsible for her breakout track Bodak Yellow, which obviously led to her mega record deal. TMZ reports the Cardi side of the story is that she ditched Shaft because he was stealing a ton of her cash. Cardi allegedly confronted him during the Super Bowl weekend, claiming he was making it look like she was earning less than she was and then pocketing the difference. In addition to suing her for piecing out on him, Shaft is also suing Cardi for defamation, saying that she told her fiance Offset that he robbed her blind. So you guys, Shaft even went on to say that Offset sent him like a pretty nasty text message, which I'm going to attempt to read. He said, apparently, quote, "Better stop acting like you don't know you taken her from her, you a snake. You can't hide from me, and you're not about to play my wife." There we go. That was good. Like,
You did
fifth
it.
time's the charm.
You did it.
So I don't know how I feel about this, because TMZ is reporting that he apparently stole a ton of money from Cardi, and if that's the case, I would also peace out and be like, no.
Yeah, this is so tricky because, I feel like this was not a good relationship. I mean, clearly if he was really truly taking money from her, good luck trying to get $10 million.
Right?
It's not gonna be a nice court battle. It's gonna get nasty. And $10 million, I wish someone would sue me for $10 million because that would mean that I would have $10 million to give, which I don't.
That's like a crazy amount of money to sue someone.
That's a lot of money, and 20% is a little higher than normal, but not like that much higher, honestly. And everybody's like, 20% a lot, but a lot of managers take 20%.
Yeah.
So that to me isn't strange, but if he was pocketing half of her money without telling her, that's some dark crap. That reminds me of Selena. Remember, like, Selena's manager? It's not good. It ain't good, y'all.
It's not good. So, yeah, if that is the case, she's totally gonna win in court. There's no way. Honestly, I don't even think it'll make it to court.
I don't know.
We'll
These
see.
people, they're crazy in Hollywood. Well, Halsey's making some headlines today because she has made a medical decision that a lot of people apparently are shocked about. If you're a fan of Halsey, chances are you are well aware of the fact that she suffers from endometriosis, which is a disorder in which the tissue that normally lines the uterus grows outside of it. And because of her experience with the disorder, she's now decided to freeze her eggs at just 23 years old. In a recent interview with People, she spoke about her diagnosis, saying it was so bittersweet because it was the relief of knowing that I wasn't making it up and I wasn't being sensitive and I wasn't all in my head. But it also kind of sucked to know that I was going to be living with this forever. Halsey opened up about finding out she was pregnant only after a few months of getting diagnosed. At the time, she was on tour and sadly miscarried. She recounted the traumatic experience for People, saying, "The next thing I knew, I was miscarrying in the middle of my concert, and the sensation of looking a couple of hundred teenagers in the face while you're bleeding through your clothes and still having to do the show, and realizing in that moment I never wanted to make that choice ever again of doing what I love or not being able to because of this disease." For that reason, Halsey explained that while a lot of people find it shocking that she's freezing her eggs at such a young age, she's doing so because she wants to be proactive about her future. On a recent episode of The Doctor, she said, "Doing an ovarian reserve is important to me because I'm fortunate enough to have that as an option, but I need to be aggressive about protecting my fertility, about protecting myself." I have so many thoughts about this story. I love that she's talking about her endometriosis. I have endometriosis. A lot of women do, and a lot of people don't know that they have it. And it is a huge issue for a lot of women with their fertility. And 23 is young to start planning for things like this. but when she gets older and maybe she decides she does want to settle down and have a family, at least she will have that option available to her. It is kind of an expensive procedure, and it's not always fun. You have to like get shot up with hormones and stuff for a couple of weeks, and it's not an easy or cheap process, but the fact that she's doing that at 23, she's already thinking so maturely about that decision. It's something that everyone should learn from. I wish I had had someone in the public eye talking about that when I was in my 20s, because I did not do that. So I love that she's talking about it. I love that she's being real about what she's gone through. You know, of course, like miscarriages also are very common. And this is the first time I've heard this story of her miscarrying on stage.
Me too.
Which is so, I can't even imagine what that must be like. But I know a lot of women do miscarry. And so hearing someone at a celebrity level talk about this so candidly, I think encourages a lot of people. This is such an interesting story for me.
Yeah, I was shocked that she also told the story of her having a miscarriage on stage. That really took me aback. I couldn't even imagine. I love that she's bringing to light such a topic that I think not a lot of people bring up.
No.
You did though. You have a whole video series about it.
I know. I did do a series on Clevver style. I had fibroids, but then I found out I also had endometriosis, which is so common, you know? So I think more women need to know about this disease so that at least they can talk to their doctors and get checked for it.
Yeah, absolutely. We are less than 2 weeks away from Taylor Swift hitting the road for her Reputation tour, and you guys, she's finally giving us some major details. Since the tour officially kicks off April 25th, Tay thought it was finally time to clue us in on what we can expect. She took to Instagram stories yesterday, which marked 13 days until the first show, and we all know Taylor loves the number 13. In her story, she said, quote, "So it's 13 days till the Reputation Stadium tour, so obviously you had to know I was going to make a thing of that." She went on to say that every day leading up to the tour, she'll give us more details, and this is a countdown we can get on board with. So one of the biggest questions that Tay has been receiving is about what song she'll be singing on tour, and she just revealed the answer. She said, quote, "You have been asking how many songs from the previous albums you'll be hearing. My count is 10. I'm really excited about playing stuff from Reputation, really excited about playing stuff from previous albums too." I'm so happy she's going to be playing 10 songs from previous albums because I love Reputation, but I also love Red in 1989 and Fearless, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I wonder how long her show's going to be. Because she has so much music. You could probably listen to Taylor Swift perform her songs from Reputation and other albums for like 4 or 5 hours straight if you really wanted to. I actually just remembered when we started doing the story, I bought tickets to Taylor Swift in Los Angeles.
You did?
Yeah, but I don't know when it is. I think it's May something.
It's definitely May. I know it's May at the Rose Bowl.
Oh, is it at the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so glad you reminded me today that I have Taylor Swift tickets. I gotta make sure that I don't miss her concert.
Yeah, seriously, Erin.
I know, I'm so bad, but I'm so excited for this, and I really want her to start releasing juicier things, though. You know what I mean? On Insta stories, she's like, guys, guess what? I'm gonna release a fact every day. Fun fact. I'm wearing costumes. Like, I want to get some juicy stuff. Who are you collaborating? Who are the surprise guests? I want to see photos of her and Camila backstage. Like, I want the nitty-gritty BTS stuff. What must it be like to be Kim Kardashian and getting shade and hate from everyone in Hollywood every single day? It must be pretty exhausting. I'm glad I'm not a Kardashian, although they do make a lot of money. This recent story, though, comes from her fragrance line. She apparently is ripping off the marketing plan from someone else. Kim just revealed that the new bottle of her KKW body fragrance and what it looks like, and it is a statuesque looking bottle in the shape of her own body. In fact, she got a mold of her body just to create the perfect shape for this perfume. However, as cool as this bottle looks, Kim's perfume isn't the only fragrance out there that is shaped like a human torso. A lot of fans began to slam Kim after realizing how similar her perfume bottle looks to Jean-Paul Gaultier's fragrance Classique. One fan even tweeted, "Jean-Paul Gaultier's called and he wants his perfume bottle back." And it seems like Jean-Paul himself noticed the similarities because he took to Instagram himself and shared these photos of his fragrance. The first one featured both his male and female fragrance, and the caption read, "Against all rumors, hashtag like Le Mal isn't seeing someone else, followed by another picture that featured the sketches of his bottle design with the caption, hitting hard since 1993. But possibly the shadiest shade of all was in the caption of his third photo that he posted. The photo was of his female fragrance, and the caption said, keeping up with the fragrances news. Oof, that was definitely some shade. Since all this went down, Kim has also responded to the comparisons and told Cosmo herself, quote, sculptures were my inspiration, but I love that bottle. It's iconic and celebrates the woman's body, but my inspiration was a statue. I wanted mine to be really personal with my exact mold, but I've always loved the Gaultier bottles. Wow. I mean, it's a really crazy time when people are like, you took a human torso and I have a human torso. That's not fair. And it is her body, so it is a one-of-a-kind creation. So I think this is all fair games, and Kim Kardashian is gonna do what she wants.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think going by that logic, that's like any shape of any sort that a perfume has ever had, someone can claim that it's copying someone else's. I think if she did kind of the more, the same shape as Jean Paul did, like the more generic torso just of a male or of a female, and then she tried to just put her name on it, that would be different. But this is literally a mold
her body.
of her body.
Yeah, let her do what she wants.
Seriously. Camila Cabello just dropped a remix of her song Never Be the Same, and honestly, it might even be better than the original. So Camila may be super busy with her tour these days, but that did not stop her from dropping a brand new reimagined versions of her hit song, Never Be the Same. Last night, Camila released the newly remixed song and added beats and a country singer to her song, Kane Brown's vocals. But before she did that, Camila explained to her fans exactly how this collaboration came about. She wrote, quote, when we were writing this song, Frank Dukes kept telling me, the melodies you're doing make it feel like this could be a country song. Ever since we finished writing it, I always thought this could be reimagined with a country artist, and I heard Kane Brown's song What Ifs one day and freaked out. I was like, he's the perfect artist to do this with. I'm so excited about this and hope you love it as much as I do. And thank you, Kane, for your magical voice. This song tells a different story now.
You should stop playing it safe, boy. I wanna see you lose control. Just like nicotine, morphine. Suddenly I'm a fiend, and you're all I need.
I cannot tell you how much I love this song. I've been listening to it on repeat since it came out, and it sounds so much better, I think.
Really?
But in a different way.
Are you a country fan?
I am. I used to be more of like into Shania Twain and Dixie Chicks back then, but now I'm not so into like modern day country.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say this is totally country. I think it just has a more country sound to it because there is a country vocalist now on it.
Right. I love it. I still like the original, but
really?
Yeah.
I get that.
It's just Never Be the Same is probably one of my favorite songs of the year. So the bar's set pretty high for me for that song. But I love that she's kind of going into different genres of music already. I mean, you usually see artists once they've kind of like made it before they start like dabbling in different types of music. So the fact that she's doing this early on in her career only says good things about where she's headed. And I could hear a Camila country album.
Here's what my favorite part of this whole thing is, Erin. We talked about this before. Remember when we talked about Camila Cabello's music video, Never Be the Same, when it dropped? And what did I say? I said, all I wanted was a love story.
Yeah.
This could be the opportunity. I think they're gonna drop another video, obviously, because it's going to be a hit. And now there's a guy in it, I think they're gonna make it a love story music video. So honestly, I think Camila watched that episode of DHR, was like, Renee, girl, I got you, and is now making my dreams come true.
Yeah, we're just one step removed from Camila Cabello here on DHR. All right, guys, is Kim Kardashian really trying to rip off someone else's fragrance packaging? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
And I gotta know what you guys think of Camila Cabello's remix. Do you like it more than the original? Do you like the original more? Let us know.
All right, you guys, let us know. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.
Bye, guys.
And click to the right to see our brand new cooking show called What the Flavor, and we deep fry desserts in our first episode.
This episode was brought to you by Secret Active. Elevate your performance with Secret Active.